down for a meal and conversation. All are invited to the table to hear the message of inspiration and hope from small business owners across the country as we celebrate diversity in culture and cuisine. Welcome to Food Coma, Conversations Over Meals in America, hosted by Cynthia McAllister.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Food Coma, Conversations Over Meals in America, sponsored by Keyspot by Quality SAP. I am your host, Cynthia McAllister, and I'm so excited about today's guest and the wonderful dish that he has brought to us today. So our guest today is Dr. Sinclair Gray III. Now, he's not only a professional author and speaker, and he is a business coach, but he is like an all-around inspiration. And you guys will hear it today when we talk to Dr. Sinclair Gray III. So, Dr. Sinclair, welcome to the show, and thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. I love the concept, food coma. So it's great to dine over food and conversation. So thank you for having me.
Yes, and before we dive in to learn more about your business, I'd like to hear more about this dish that you brought. Oh my gosh, I was making it the other day because I got the recipe from Dr. Sinclair, and it was so delicious. The way I describe it is light and fluffy, and I think it's pretty healthy with the spinach in there too. So do you want to describe the dish?
Thank you. The dish is spinach frittata. Unlike the quiche that has the crust on it, the frittata is very light, fluffy, and it's healthy. Inspired by my wife, we were watching television and she saw something, said, "Oh, this is really good." So we've been kind of hooked on the spinach frittata, I would say at least maybe about once a week. And then we add a little bit here and add a little bit there to have a healthy breakfast and a healthy meal.
Yes, very tasty. All right, so tell me a little bit more as far as the dish is concerned. Like when you guys make the dish, what does it mean to you? Like, how does it inspire you? What made you decide to choose this dish over others?
Well, I think it's creativity. I know I am pretty bland when it comes to cooking at times, and I have to lean on my wife because she's the creative force. So I'm not going to take any credit, say I'm this great cook, but she's creative. She always likes to try new things. So we just say, okay, fine. We just go to the store, get the ingredients, and then I may make some suggestions, but it's really her creativity that brings the food alive. So we love to eat. We look at the fact that we're able to eat. We know where the food is coming from. We know the quality of the food, and we know that it's homemade. We don't have to worry about anything being processed. We don't have to worry about anyone else's hands on our food. We know this food is cooked to the taste, and then it gives us a time to sit back and talk and just do whatever one with another.
Being able to have that quality time and know that the food is going to be healthy because you're taking the ingredients and combining everything. And so that's great. So I guess let's talk about you and your business. So share a little bit of background about your business journey.
Wow, thank you once again. My business journey is pretty unique. As you know, I'm a coach, a business coach, trainer. I'm an author as well as a speaker. That whole journey became full-time in 2012 when I was laid off at a job that recruited me, but all of a sudden changed their mind and wanted to go in a different direction. And I realized at that point that working for somebody just wasn't good for me. It wasn't beneficial for me to put my life, my journey in someone else's hands. Like I said, they recruited me. Then all of a sudden, they decided to lay me off. But prior to that, since I had gained so much experience in sales, I worked for major companies, so I was very successful in sales, account management. So I decided to put all of my experience into having my own business and then making connections and then putting everything I could on paper and speaking. So I've been speaking since 1997. So why not monetize it? Why not take what I love doing and monetize it?
Taking all that experience and then moving it to the next level where you could be in business for yourself. That is really important, really key. So, you had lots of other options to do different things. Why did you decide to focus in this area of business as a speaker? What was the motivation for that?
Wow. I believe because I was good at it. It was not something that I studied. It was not something that I sought out to do. It was something that kind of fell into my lap. A couple, employees, my employers would say, look, why don't you do a training? And I did, and then I got a lot of, I hate to say praise, but I got a lot of accolades behind it, a lot of applause. So I said, wow, I'm good at what I do. So, and then I just honed my skills. So I think, as a speaker, you have to, get over nervousness. You have to know how to connect with people. And I think that in my profession in sales, from college, and doing so many other things, I've just learned how to connect with people and be genuine. Plus, I think your listeners, I don't know if your listeners know, I'm also a preacher. So that was something that I had to really hone in on, not just from the theological part, but also knowing how to speak as a preacher. So combine speaking as a preacher and speaking as a business owner, I think that I have accomplished quite a bit in that sense, and I'm still learning. Connect with people on all levels, educational, social, political, cultural. So I'm still learning, but I think I've done a pretty good job. I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of preachers. I listen to a lot of tapes. I listen to a lot of teachings, and I observe. A couple things I do when especially if it's a video, I'm listening for content, listening for the substance. Then I'll go back again, and then I'm watching body language. I'm watching how someone breathes. I'm taking certain notes about the person's behavior, their mentality, not to imitate them, but to learn from them how they're transitioning from one part to another, how they're connecting with the audience, how they're using illustrations, and I have a notebook of that, so I'm always trying to hone my skills, and I'm learning from that. Like I said, one or two times I'm learning solely for substance, so I can learn about something. But then I go back and I may be watching the same video maybe like 5 or 6 times, and to someone that may sound crazy, but 3 through 5 I'm learning. Okay, how did they stand? How did they breathe? How they articulate? How did they announce certain words? How did they move? Are they using their hands a lot? Everything on that magnitude. So,
well, this is great. And then we'll be back with more of COMA, Conversations Over Meals in America.
We were looking for some place we'd never been before, so I used the Keyspot app and found Shell's Bistro. Patricia!
This bistro is great. How did you find it?
I used the Keyspot app. Enter location and it finds businesses and events. Oh, here. See?
I love that. All the information in one key spot.
Keyspot. Find and share businesses, find and share services and events. All in one key spot. Download for free today.
And we're back here with foodcoma, Conversations Over Meals in America, with Dr. Sinclair Gray as our special guest. Now, Dr. Sinclair, as a business owner, I know you've probably gone through a lot of challenges trying to make it through the day and just as a, to grow your business. So tell us, what is a testimony you have to that allowed you to overcome your challenges? How have you been able to overcome?
Well, I would say many of us have all faced challenges during the COVID-19. I was one when I did a lot of my coaching, everything was one-on-one. And what I mean by one-on-one, everything was face-to-face. However, during the COVID, getting used to doing this thing called Zoom. And what Zoom has done, it has expanded my business. So I think that is a testament of itself in learning how to use video, learning how to use Zoom to not only do training, but also to meet new people, as well as to get new clients and to really expand my outlook from just meeting face to face, doing networking the traditional way, to doing it virtually. So that's been a challenge, but also it's been a testimony, moving out of your comfort zone to make yourself better. My faith is very strong. You know, I definitely believe that all things are possible, and I believe that if you believe in a higher power, you believe in who you are and what you're called to do, then things will happen to you. May not come how you want it, but it will challenge you and strengthen you. So I believe my faith has constantly been strong. It's been challenged, but in the end, I always tell people I have a faith flashback. If God did it for me back then, He can do it for me now, and He'll do it for me in the future.
You're also part of the Keyspot Business Partner Network, which is all across the country. So can you share a little bit about how Keyspot has helped to support you in your business?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for allowing me to be part of Keyspot. When I heard about Keyspot, it was something I wanted to jump on immediately, because Keyspot gives me the opportunity to make my business known not only in Georgia, but also through networking with the events that you're able to have. I'm able to reach out to different business owners, writing articles, and just really helping to promote the app as well as the service to other business owners, to let them know the benefit of being part of Keyspot. So it's been very instrumental. I've met some interesting people on there. We've built great friendship as well as some good business clientele. So it's been a great service for me and great feature for the business.
Monday event that you host, where you bring in speakers from all across the country and share knowledge to help small businesses. I think this has been a very helpful event for many business owners just to get some tools. So share a little bit about that.
Exactly. It's an event my wife and I started about 4.5 years ago. It was just called Monday Morning Networking, but then we rebranded, and it's called the Greater Entrepreneur Success Group, whereby we bring in speakers every week to really talk about not just their business, but talk about something that's going to help out business owners. So from that aspect, went from in-person to now virtual meaning Zoom. So every week we're bringing in quality speakers to talk about something that's going to help business owners. And in the process, not only is information shared, but friendships are built, and people are now doing business one with another. So people who never had the opportunity to get in front of somebody can now get in front of a large audience, expand their network, talk about their brand, and then hopefully in the process get business. I mean, we've seen tremendous success from a lot of folks who have gotten business through referrals or even through direct relationship through the Greater Entrepreneur Success Group on Monday mornings, whether it's been virtual or prior or pre-COVID in person. So it's been a success, and I owe it all to to the members and definitely to my wife for making it successful.
So hopefully you'll continue to keep these sessions, because I know they've been very beneficial. I've been able to attend and learn a lot as well. So I really appreciate you and your wife putting that together to help a lot of businesses. That's been fantastic. The other thing I want to mention, you're so inspirational. You send out daily posts of inspiration and quotes and ideas and things. Can you talk about how you got started with your daily posts?
Wow. I was talking about that yesterday. 2004, I had started my church in Maryland. And it was a small church at that time. And one of the members came up to me and said, "Pastor, can you write something inspirational for us?" Okay, I'm not really a writer. I'm a speaker. And so she said, "No, can you just write something once a week?" So I wrote something, and she liked it. She said, "Well, can you write another one?" Okay, so I wrote another one. So So this was in October 2004, I had no intent of even writing, had no thought of even writing something inspirational. And next thing you know, she started sharing, and then people started sharing. And they said, oh, wow, man, can you do this every day? And I started doing it Monday through Friday. And that started in 2004. Then I want to say in 2013, I took it from Monday through Friday to every day.
Wow.
And then every now and again, I may send out, one will always go out every day, but sometimes I may send out two. So it's like, I never, ever thought about that. And it's almost become, I don't want to say addictive. It's like if I don't send one out a day, I feel upset. Okay, you know, I got to do one. I got to do one. It's almost like I have to do it because number one, it helps me because, you know, I take in a lot of what I write, but it also tries to help people. The stories, the testimonies that I've received from those who have received this. It's definitely not something I want to take credit for. I give all praises unto God on that. Just thanking him for allowing me to be a vessel to keep writing.
All right, we're going to take another quick break and we'll be back with more of Dr. Sinclair Gray III.
What I've taken away from this wonderful, wonderful, informative workshop is there's so many different ways to market your business, brand your business, so many different resources that you can utilize, whether it be social media, print, videos, and I'm going to be incorporating quite a few of those tips and tricks in my marketing business plan and strategy. Thank you so much, Cynthia McAllister with Keyspot.
And today's exercises were very stimulating. I'm ready to get out there and build this business.
It was a great workshop, a lot of informative information, and I learned a great slogan for my business, and the information here was phenomenal, knowing that someone is out there to help you to be successful.
Welcome back to Food Coma, Conversations Over Meals in America, and I'm back here with my special guest, Dr. Sinclair Gray III. So, Dr. Sinclair, can you share who are your two inspirations when it comes to business? Who are people that you look up to and why?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, I would say one of my inspirations is my best friend, Gregory Woods. Even though he's not a business owner, he inspires me because he causes me to get in contact with the individual, with the being, to really get in contact with their spirit. So we talk all the time. So he's really one of my huge inspirations. And wow, it's so many people. And I apologize, I don't know his last name off the top of my head. Brother named Glenn, who was in Maryland. He used to have, when office spaces were now becoming pretty much familiar, shared office space, he decided to have one back in early 2000s. And he really taught me a lot about connecting with business owners and really trying to help entrepreneurs and solopreneurs make a difference in the lives of so many people in the community. And I apologize, I can't think of his last name at the moment, but Glenn, he was really instrumental, and I was almost like a sponge every time I would go in there. You know, I'm renting an office space, but I'm looking at this man with so much knowledge and wisdom. I'm in his office like every day, and And he would always tell me, he said, Sinclair, you know, I charge $600 an hour for my consultation. I'm like, man, I can't afford $600, but I would ask him a little question here and there, and really to see the work that he was doing, putting his kids to school and really creating jobs. I'm like, you know what? I really need to be like him.
Wow, that's awesome. Where do you see yourself in the future? What is the plan for you and your business?
Well, the plan for me and my business, I definitely want to be able to do more travel, traveling more to do more speaking. When we get back to a sense of normalcy, even though travel is up, but doing more conferences, not just nationally, but also globally. Really trying to be a pillar in the community, trying to help promote entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's why I want to see my business, but also trying to help create new entrepreneurs in their business, teaching them about the basics, about having a business plan, marketing, branding, how to give an elevator pitch, how to be the very best. And I'm working on some of those things now. So that's where I see myself in the future. I have 6 books out, 4 spiritual, 1 on dating, which I really don't promote anymore, and 1 business. I got the inspiration for my first book, which is titled Seeds of Freedom, by someone who told me that I would not be an author because, as you mentioned, Cynthia, I write daily messages. So had this crazy idea, said, let me go and put these messages in a book. And this one person told me, said, well, nobody's going to buy your book. People get your messages. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going to show you. So I decided to take, at that time I had about 200 messages. I took 80 messages and then I put it in the book. Next thing you know, the book is selling well. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is pretty simple. So that got me to book writing, realizing it's not that difficult. I was already writing, just learning the process of how to self-publish and then marketing it. But it started when someone told me what I couldn't do. I did it for 2 things. 1, to prove that person wrong, but also 2, to prove to myself that I can do it, that I can turn someone's hateration into motivation.
Are you going to write any more books in the future?
Yes, I'm working on number 7. Number 7 is in the file. And thank you for reminding me. That should be out, hopefully, if everything goes well, within about 2 to 3 weeks.
Make sure you let us know.
I sure will.
All right. So as far as words of inspiration, can you share some words of wisdom for other people who are in business or looking to start their own business?
Okay. I would be happy to. Words of wisdom, I would say, don't be afraid. I will also say, stop asking yourself, when is the right time to start my business? The time is now. There's never the perfect time. And I think the longer we keep saying, or anyone keeps saying, I'm waiting for the right time, there would never be a right time, because life happens, situations happen, money happens, anything will happen. If you're called and you feel led to start your business, go ahead and do it. Realize there's some ups and downs, but keep your head up and be passionate about what you do. Don't do it for the money, do it for the passion, and then the profits will follow the passion.
Is there anyone who you would like to partner up with? Maybe some celebrity or someone in the industry that's really popular. Have you thought about that? Trying to reach out and partner with different people to help promote what you're trying to do and to support businesses in that way?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. I'll partner with almost anyone that has a good head on their shoulders, that's passionate. I have not really thought about that. I looked at the NBA. Believe it or not, I'm a wrestling fan. I love WWE, SmackDown. So if anyone's listening with WWE SmackDown, give me a call. I would love to partner with you guys, because I think that they have such a huge platform with their fans that if they can encourage fans to just think outside the box and start their own business. So yeah, I would definitely say celebrities, any celebrity. So
how would you work with them?
I will work with them in going into communities, especially I would say communities of color, and letting them know that it's time to start your own business. I think that with that partnership, because it is entertainment, and I think that the wrestlers, they do a great job of branding themselves, even though the organization brands the wrestlers. I think each of them have to learn how to brand themselves. They have a unique flavor. And I think that many people look up to them. Yes, we hear the boos, we hear the screams, but I think that with that, they can have such a huge impact. And I think we can definitely do something, go into communities and let people know their story, let people know how hard work can lead to success.
So before we wrap up, I just have one last question for you. As a Keyspot partner, we've talked about how it has helped your business. So why would you recommend being part of the Keyspot Business Partner Program to other businesses?
I think it gives you opportunity to network, to get your business out, to help you stand out and to really promote Keyspot, because like I said, it's been very successful to me. It's very affordable. And then I think you have to take advantage. I think a lot of people, when they join organizations or join services, they just sit back and don't understand all of the mechanisms of it. They don't understand how to work it, how it can work for you. But I think that anyone who joins will really understand the significance of it. And of course, talking to you, Cynthia, that they can really understand how to work it and to see you as a partner, someone who wants to help build their business. And I've seen it, I've experienced it, and I know other people who I've referred to you have done it, who've done it just as well. But I think that if you want your business to grow, be part of Keyspot and take advantage of all the opportunities, the networking, the articles, just talking to people. Because now you have something in common. Say, hey, we're part of the Keyspot family. Next thing you know, you've created a friend, you've created a business partner, and next thing you know, your business starts to soar.
Dr. Sinclair, it has been a pleasure speaking with you today, and thank you so much for being on Food Coma Conversations Over Meals in America. And I just want to say to the audience, thank you for tuning in, and come back for more Food Coma Conversations Over Meals in America.